So, our guest for today, Avisha, is an artist who's currently working with an MNC, a multinational company, as a graphic designer. She's also a spiritual and relationship coach. So, Avisha has been painting from the age of 7 years, and you won't believe it, she had her first solo exhibition of her paintings at the age of 7 years. She is the first child to have this opportunity in the city of Nagpur, as far as we know of today. She graduated in architecture from NIT Nagpur, and then she did a post graduation from MIT Pune in animation. Apart from this, the spiritual world has also always interested her, and she's fascinated by the way childhood shapes adult personalities. Our childhood shapes our adult personalities. Today, she's a Reiki master and teacher. She reads tarot cards and angel cards. She also practices meditation with a dedicated sadhaka group. Avisha considers it her moral responsibility to support NGOs like ours, at least by lending her voice to it. So let us hear Avisha's views on this subject today. So to be able to do whatever you want to do without any obstacles in your way, you feel is the biggest achievement.
Yeah.
So, what do you think has led you to the stage to feel this way, to be able to do it? How did you reach this stage of your life that you can
Uh,
do whatever you like without any hesitation, without any obstacles?
I'll that would be because of the family I have, because they, of course, they have their concerns once in a while, so they'll be concerned, okay, should do like this or like that. They would definitely give their suggestions, but then
Mhm.
whatever at the end I decide, like I do get the liberty to decide it, because they've kept that environment in the house, that I
Mhm.
have the free speech, that I can exercise, and like my decisions, even if initially they might feel it's something not, they find it okay, but ultimately it turns out okay, fine,
Okay.
you think you want to do, fine, let's see however it goes. So the environment in the house, definitely, that is one big reason.
Wonderful. So, do you think that um, let me say before that if I ask you to define yourself in just 3 words, 3 adjectives that you would give to yourself, what would they be?
um, for me, I'm creative. I
Yes, I can see
am
that.
I am empathetic, and
That too.
I'm very patient.
It describes you perfectly, Avisha. Since I know you, it describes you to a T. But do you feel you've always been like this, or have you changed over the course of years?
Uh, Mostly I have been like this. Like it has been grown, like it's been growing and growing since the time I remember. Like, and I'm very intuitive also. So the time I first discovered intuitions in me, I used to test them a lot at the time, thinking this doesn't work. How can this happen and all that? But
Mhm.
eventually came to the understanding, that, okay, this is something that happens. So overall, the whole, like like with the patients as well, I knew from a really long time I'm a very patient person, but some
Mhm.
circumstances happened in my post graduation period where my patience was tested to the highest level, and me being patient, I was feeling like I want to give up, but then I kept going somehow, and then I
Mhm.
realized that at certain situations you need much more patience than you already have, so you have to get that understanding as well, so it keeps updating itself as and when the situation comes up.
So your creativity, your empathy, and your patience has always been there. The seed of it has always been there, but it has grown with time.
Yeah, yeah, it updates itself.
Right. So, who do you think influenced you most in this journey towards what you are now?
uh, Inspired. I don't know. It was something like, it kept on like coming up, and like opportunities came, and then the direction started happening, and somehow,
Mhm.
like, okay, like whatever I wanted to choose, I got to choose it because my family supported, of course. So that was one main factor. But the inspiration, I think, the like it started with my art, like at the age of 7, when there was my teacher in school. So he discovered that I'm somewhat good in, art and stuff. So he picked me, and then he got me in his drawing class, and from there my actually journey started as an artist. But
Mhm.
it was maybe always there, just needed a bit direction. So it just
Right.
started.
Okay, so would you say that your parents played any role, or what? How much of a role did they play in influencing and shaping your life?
Yeah, a lot of it, because even if my talent was discovered, but if they wouldn't have nurtured it or supported it, it wouldn't have become what it is. So a big part, of course, they play a big part in it.
Right. So the talent and the inherent qualities were in yourself, but they were nurtured and supported by your parents and your
Yes,
teachers. So it kept growing.
yes, yes, definitely. Safe space for me would be where it is, more public, and it is not something very confined. So you shouldn't enter that particular space without that person's permission. So you ask them
Absolutely.
if you like, even if you want to hug, it's not a like, no, it's a normal thing, but you have to,
Mhm.
have a permission. You need to just give the person a choice if they are interested in it, rather than just assuming ki, okay, that's a normal thing, I can just do that. Equality for me is giving same amount and same respect of opportunities to everybody, like irrespective of gender, irrespective of age, irrespective of cultural differences, anything. Like, as a human, everybody is accountable to have everything in life. It's quite a lot. Uh, it is, like, there are several cases maybe that don't even see the light, that
Mhm.
it's happening. But there are, like, whatever we see is maybe that just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of things that keep happening to kids, and like, basically they don't know that it is something not okay, and they need to tell somebody. Or if they, take courage and tell somebody, they don't reciprocate in the fashion that they should be, and it goes unchecked. There is a chance that it can. At
Mhm.
least earlier, there wasn't even a chance, or
Mhm.
because it wasn't even taken seriously that it's a problem. But at
Mhm.
least now, when you have a law for it, you would be, at least, like, if people are made aware, like the awareness is created that if you happen to do this, and it would definitely put you, like, you are breaking the law. So
Mhm.
with that fear, at least maybe they won't, do it. Or if they
Mhm.
feel like it, if they have that in the back of the mind that if I get caught, I'll
Mhm.
be in jail, or whatever the law would tell them. But they
Mhm.
would be breaking a law, which is something morally people don't indulge in, voluntarily. It
Mhm.
happens, and then you are breaking the law is some other thing. But when you, like, especially these kind of people who
Mhm.
who are, like, they do it all of that behind closed doors. So they are, of
Mhm.
course, not a very, proudly they won't say, yo, I'm doing this, because it
Mhm.
spoils their reputation. And
Mhm.
especially when males are included, the सबसे important thing for them is their reputation. So if that gets tarnished, they would be in trouble, they feel. So putting up a law for that, that their reputation ultimately would be tarnished, that maybe would be the thing that would maybe stop them to get a kid in your close proximity and make them sit on your lap. That is not okay if the kid is not comfortable. Uh, then touching them in inappropriate places, and taking constantly calling them up, constantly threatening them that if you don't agree, this will happen or that will happen, or I'll do this or I'll do that. So it damages you psychologically as well. Like, it's damaging you sexually anyhow, physically anyhow, but it damages you psychologically so much that you're not even sure that it would they would come out of it at some point, even if they are not doing anything to you, even if they are just looking at you, is not okay. It is you cannot just say you, I was just watching, I did not do anything. You did make the person uncomfortable, so it counts under that. That is not okay. Would be a change in the behavior. If the child is like, maybe some uncle is doing babysitting for the kid, so if you ask the kid, okay, we have to go, I have to leave for work, I'll drop you at the uncle's place, and if he shows any kind of resistance, or or if he goes very numb, or his body language changes, or he gets very uh, just reserved, that he won't say maybe that he doesn't want to go. Sometimes he might say, but sometimes he would just feel very vulnerable. You can see it in his face that something is wrong, he doesn't want to go. Like continuously it is coming, and it is happening every time when you mention that person or going to that person's place, there'll be some change, some drastic change with the kids full body language. So you need to be attentive to how, what he's doing whenever he comes back from the place. What is he like, how is he feeling, how was he before he went, and how is he after he came back? Not very sure that they would, definitely, but with counseling, with constant like, they would definitely need a long duration of counseling. So like, sometimes it might be just in a small duration that it happens, or sometimes it might take a lot of time to recover from it. But that feeling, you cannot erase that feeling from them, but at least what do you say, welcoming it, or rather experiencing it, that okay, like, making it understand that this is okay, that it happened, but it cannot happen again, and I won't let that happen, or just giving them that assurance key, to, like, it happened. Because lots of times you don't even register, or you don't even engage into it, that like, let's not talk about it. Like, lots of times it's basically the best way to handle anything, oh, let's not talk about it, let it just go away. So you are right, then and there you are multiplying the problem than what it was actually, because nobody is even engaging into it. So it's like oh, so matlab, whatever I felt was, like, it was in my brain only, maybe it is not that important. So you feel so neglected, and you feel so like, distanced from everything and everyone. Like, till that point maybe you felt okay, oh, this person particularly is not right, but after you don't even engage into a conversation about it, You don't accept that it happened. Like acknowledge rather that this happened. So you are basically showing him that it is not such a big deal that whatever happened to you. So it's fine. You can just, I don't care about it. Even if you do, and that's why, like, sometimes it's difficult to have a conversation about it, but just to have a 2-3 line conversation also. Ki, okay, see, next time if this happens, just come to me. Whatever happens, just come to me. But to just give him that assurance ki, yes, this won't happen, or you would be careful from next time, and I would be extra careful from next time. Just get the details out of it, and then maybe tell her parents or any adult that she trusts, and get some adult ka help, and then maybe confront the abuser.
So they will confront the abuser?
I think they should, because the kid is unknown that it is something not right. So of course the abuser knows that he is doing something really wrong. But I'm not sure if they would go to the police directly, because going to police becomes a very big deal. Yeah, I think if there is a facility like that, so yeah, definitely
They will use it.
they will use it, because
Okay.
like you are saving your kid, but you don't know he would stop there. He would go for some other victim.
Somebody else, yeah.
I feel, see, as I'm an artist, so I had this idea from long back. I haven't implemented it as yet, but to make a sort of a picture book that tells the like kids love picture books. So whatever age group you give them, so you make a picture book that I can make a picture book that shows the basics of sexual conduct that can happen, or that is okay or that is not okay. Somebody touching in your swimwear area is not okay. So all these basic things that every kid should have knowledge about, even if their parents feel shy talking about it, at least they can give them the book. Okay, read this. Something they would understand. So maybe creating that picture book and circulating it among children, and who doesn't like a picture book? So just making it more engaging and more attractive with the kid's point of view. So he would like, even if it happens to him, he can go back to that book. Oh, like, let me check if it comes somewhere in this, somewhere out of this, if it's the right touch, if it's the wrong touch. So I can differentiate, and then I can tell to somebody, okay, see, this thing happened with me. Because most of the times you don't even know what words to use to explain ki what happened. So at least if you have something of a reference on you as a kid, also pictures work best. So you would just show ki, see, something like this is happening. I don't know what to do, but this, you said this book says this, it's not right. So I think it's not right, because I also did not feel right about it. So I feel making a picture book about sexual conduct for especially children in their pictorial representation of things rather than words would be something I could contribute with. I am a Rakshan.
Thank you. So now I will formally thank you and our viewers for joining this session on Safe Spaces. This is a campaign that we are conducting from SBOX, the Rakshan Project, in collaboration, in partnership with the Ministry of Youth and Youth Affairs and Sports. This is so that we can create a world free of child sexual abuse. And in this project, we are educating 18 to 22 years youth to recognize, identify, address, de-escalate, report and resolve sexual violence in the family and in their communities.
Right.
And This is basically so that we make people aware that 90% of the sexual abuse, child sexual abuse, takes place within the trusted circles, whether it is the
Yes.
family or friends or people whom the child knows and trusts.
Right.
But still, nobody reports it. It's severely underreported. So, what
Yes.
can the law do when the crime itself is not reported?
Right. Exactly.
So, this is where we want your voice to
Yes.
amplify the work that we are doing, to give visibility to the fact that child sexual abuse does not get reported, why it does not get reported, and what to do when it is not reported. So,
Yes.
thank you very much
Thank
for
you very
lending your
much.
voice. We'll
Thank you so
talk
much for
in more
having me.
detail about how you can become more active, Rakshan.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye, Avisha.
Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye.
day.
Thank you. Bye.